Hello, Christopher.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, I'm fine, thank you.
Where from?
I'm from San Francisco, California, where the play is set.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you wrote our play
I
named
wrote your play, The Headlands.
The Headland. When?
Wrote it in about 2019, and it was first produced in 2020.
Aha. Where?
It was produced at Lincoln Center, their smaller experimental stage in New York. They commissioned it, and then the second production happened in 2023 in the place it's set in San Francisco, at American Conservatory Theater.
Wonderful.
But I'm so thrilled that it translates beyond San Francisco and America to Europe as well.
And thanks to our breakfast today, in the day of first premiere, I understood that your parents are not both Chinese, only one.
Yes. My father is Chinese and my mom is white.
And your father from Canton province, he told me.
Canton province, yes.
And the difference between him and my character, George, the father in the show, is that he is very old, 89 years old, right? And he came from Canton, and there's a lot of difference. Which are the difference between, your own father's experience and this George in the Headlands?
Oh, there's so many differences in terms of the specifics of the character, in terms of the socioeconomic background, things like that. But I know he married a white woman. That's very different as well. But when I'm creating fictional characters, a lot of times I like to just find the kernel of truth from my own life, and then kind of bring that forward into the fictional setting. This is your dog, by the way.
Yes. Thank you.
And so, the kernel of truth from my father to George is, he's an independent-minded person who is trying to forge a life for himself in San Francisco, kind of a pioneer in his own way, but of course assimilating into white culture, causes problems, causes a lot of internal turmoil, and so I wanted to capture that, and that's kind of like the kernel that kind of passes through from my father to George.
And so why did you decide to write this play, the inspiration?
Sorry, your dog just being really cute.
It's a distraction.
Sorry. So I was commissioned to write the play, and I wanted to really kind of bring all of my loves together into this play. So I love murder mysteries. I love my hometown of San Francisco. I also love film noir, and I also love San Francisco film noir as well. So I wanted to kind of make a love letter to San Francisco. Also, I personally love really elegant multimedia in theater when it's done right, and so I wanted this play to have a very specific multimedia component as well. So I wrote video instructions into the text of the play, so all of this kind of came together into this play. And in terms of the subject matter, once I started to try to think of what story I wanted to tell that used all these different elements, it kind of seemed natural to tell the story that's kind of inspired by my own parents within San Francisco, especially my father.
And how about your point of view after seeing the rehearsals here in Palermo Biondo Teatro, thanks to Simone and Lulu's direction?
This is really a dream come true. This is when I set about trying to imagine what kind of a multimedia hybrid piece could be, they both captured, I think, the potential I had in my mind, and also kind of exceeded my own expectations of what it could possibly be. what they were able to do is really capture the inside of a mind and the subconscious and the thought processes and memories, how it's kind of surreal but also has a very intense and personal emotion to it. And they kind of bring this whole thing together in a very elegant and complex but also simple and fluid way too. It's just it's really a sight to behold.
And about the acting, is this the first time this play is shown in another language? Is that not English?
Yes. Yes,
How about
yes.
Your understanding of your play in the Italian language?
I don't understand any of the words, but I know the play well. But I think that even if I didn't know the play well, I really, and this is because of the conception of the piece and the romanticism and the nostalgia of that feeling that is evoked from the production elements, but also the acting too. You and your fellow actors. It almost feels like an opera in a way. It's very emotional. I can feel the emotions. Even if I can't understand the words exactly, although I do understand what's happening just because I know the play so well, but just the emotional life and journeys and arcs of the play through everyone involved is really, it kind of hits me on a very primal, guttural level. It's called the Headlands. It's about the headspace, but I think this production really brings out the heart and soul and kind of the spiritual core of it.
Thanks to Palermo, we have this first play in Italy with the cast of Italian, but also Italians from, abroad, with the Western, Chinese and Philippine origin in this case. What do you think about the mixture? I'm an activist here for the theme of citizenship and so on. We're in a very special political moment, very conservative, and you're from states where you have Trump. How do you think the artists should be in your artistry in this context? Of conservatory climate, some kind.
That's such a tough question in some ways, but in another sense, it's simple too. In that now more than ever, we just need to just kind of really double down on thinking about what our own truths are, what our own stories are, not be afraid of what they are, how they might be received, and if we just put those out with honesty and integrity, that's kind of all we can do. We just have to do it, and so I think that's what the spirit of this production is.
Thank you. Back to the truth.
Yeah.
Are you going to go somewhere in Sicily?
I want to explore different parts if I can. I might take a day trip to Cefalù if possible. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but overall, even just being here in Palermo, whenever I travel places, I actually like to spend a lot of time. Excite your dog with that.
Yeah, he's so excited.
I kind of just like to embed myself in one place and just kind of explore and walk around. I just like to walk and walk and walk.
Okay.
So that's what I've been enjoying
So
far.
take my dog again. He wants to be hugged.
Okay.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie.
Grazie.
We are ready.